Live Alive. Optional bosses. There we go. I'm really enjoying. I mean, it just feels like I'm playing Octopath. Or new Octopath. It really doesn't feel like a mobile game. Outside of when Graham makes me do draws. Then it definitely feels like a mobile game. Just feels like I'm playing through a game. All right. So we have 3 bosses. We have the Dungeon of Time, which we need to beat that dungeon, and we need to do the optional boss in that dungeon both. I was gonna go get Masaru to unlock his dungeon so I can flee from enemies a little faster. Because we also need to be fleeing from all the encounters. Every encounter we have to flee from. Until, well, I guess maybe except for the optional boss in the Dungeon of Time. But none of these bosses should be tough. I just need to find them. Oh, speaking of Masaru. Well, I guess this doesn't matter for Masaru, but... Oh, yeah, I already equipped it. Never mind. I could just take Cube through, I guess. His HP's kind of low, though. Replacing him with Masaru, in general, wouldn't really be a bad idea. Or Lei. Lei would probably be the better of the 2 options, but Masaru gets me access to the dungeon faster. Also, I guess it doesn't... I was thinking to myself, I don't really need any of the ultimate weapons. Yeah, it doesn't matter who I get. I should just get Masaru. Because they're just gonna throw... I'm just gonna throw Coke cans at everything. It's not like I'm gonna do anything but use the fucking Coke can. When I actually fight something. The idea is just to find them so I can obliterate them. It's kind of annoying that one of my bosses is only from fleeing 100 times. Yeah, I'm gonna go get Masaru because he'll make fleeing 100 times much faster. Hopefully you can flee 100 times anywhere, and it doesn't have to be in the forest. Or if I flee a certain amount of times not in the forest. I guess I should just check. Let me check real quick. I know the name of the boss. It also recommends doing this boss last if you can. But that's fine. No, it just says flee from 100 fights. It doesn't say it has to be in a specific location or anything. It does say that you're probably going to die very hard on this boss. But I don't think they know that I have a Coca-Cola can. I think they vastly underestimate my Coca-Cola can. If you weren't here for the cola can, you'll understand. I have an item that's a Coca-Cola can from the prehistory chapter, and let me tell you. It's an item. That is the super powerful one from the boss. The Coca-Cola can of legend. Oh, Masaru. I'm actually a little afraid to fight Masaru as Sundowner. Also, I went way past where I needed to be. The prison was like way back. Yeah, because much like with fighting Pogo, Pogo beat my ass. Pogo is one of the harder encounters, though, so... guess I'm not all that surprised. Yeah, the prison's all the way back here. I wish I was playing Octopath right now. That's all I'm thinking. That's like, are you done? Are you done charging? Is it done charging yet? You think it's done charging? Should be done charging soon, right? Probably done charging soon. I couldn't find a pad for it. All of them I found were for phones and didn't have enough of a voltage for a tablet. No, you won't. That's a lie, Hank. You're just gonna play more champions. Don't lie to yourself. See, what I liked about the NVIDIA Shield is I could plug it in and charge it at the same time. It had 2 different ports for it. Although, to be fair, the port for streaming it was very iffy. It worked most of the time, but it didn't work flawlessly.
Hell yeah.
I never got tired of Masaru.
Who's there?
Who's there is a cowboy. Sorry, Cube, we already did your bonus boss. You're out. You don't get to be sad. You were just going to throw Coca-Cola cans the whole time anyway. I need faster encounters, not you. And Masaru will assist with that. I'm being mean to Cube. He's being selfish by whining about leaving. He's being shellfish. Alright, let's make our way to the Dungeon of Time first, now that we have Masaru. Maybe I should go to his dungeon first so I can... He's just gonna throw... I keep forgetting. They're just gonna throw Coke cans the whole time. Stop worrying about it. They don't need anything. I have the most overpowered item in the game. It's Coca-Cola. Yeah, because I have to do this and I have to do Headhunter. I have to do Death Prophet, I have to do Headhunter, and I have to do Jagged Jack. No, it's just Coca-Cola. No, Diet Coke is disgusting. Headhunter, no, Headhunter is, right before Odio, when he says approach. If you literally just don't approach him when he says that, he'll teleport you to Headhunter. He'll be like, oh, turn your back on me, will ya? No, the game will warn me when there's only 5 escapes left, though. At exactly what point do you have to walk back, Nio? Is it when Orsted becomes Odio and then right before you fight pure Odio? Yeah, right? Before you fight the giant eyeball and mouth abomination. Time dungeon is obscure. The time dungeon, waiting for the boss here, by the way, I might as well just actually loot the whole thing. So the Trial of Time is, as soon as you enter, the entire mechanic around Sundown's chapter begins. And after the first bell, after the 8th bell tolls, it'll, time will be up. And that's what'll start the fight. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. Oh, you actually have, like, no time at all in here. These bells are tolling a lot faster than I expected. Not like it matters. I want them to toll. I'm definitely going to get to the 8th bell, let me tell you. Oh, that item gives whoever has it equipped a heal, doesn't it? None of these things are going to matter. None of those things I just did matter. They don't. Little does the game know this is what I want. Come after me, Jagged Jack. There's also no encounters in here, though, I noticed. Which is kind of annoying. I was like, oh, I'll run away from encounters while I'm waiting for the bell. I guess it makes sense that there's no encounters. Why would there be? There weren't any encounters in Sundown's chapter. He comes soon. Oh, he's here. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, Jagged Jack.
A tasty treat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's eat.
If you're hungry, could I recommend some Coke? One down. It's not food, but it may sate you. Well, I mean, this item is so rare that if you have it, they just kind of accept that you should win. Six hits for 666 damage, huh? Water sucks. Gatorade's better. Pog O is like, that's not worth a level. A cosmic glove. Yeah, I don't drink soda very often. That's the way I came in. No, it's not. It just looks very similar to that other screen. I like that once Jaggedy Jack is dead, the trial of time is just the trial of walk to the end. Oh, a length of magicked wood. Yeah. Yeah, I've been off soda for... God, I don't even know how... Like, I'll have one occasionally, but... Yeah, I've been off soda for a good, like... I don't know, like 7, 8 years now? It's been a little longer than that, I think. It's a treat yourself with it at a restaurant thing for me. And most of the time, I don't even have it at restaurants. It has to be like a particular type of restaurant. 44 Magnum. Diet soda, in some ways, diet soda's worse for you. Well, the thing is, I want encounters right now. That's the only problem. I should go beat Lucretius for another cosmic piece. So, don't I have cosmic glove? Wouldn't I have gotten... No, I guess I wouldn't have. No, because I beat... What's-his-face? Maybe Cube had it equipped? Yeah, I think Cube might have had it equipped. Because I definitely have another cosmic piece. Yeah, no, my tablet was on the brink of dying, so... Swap to Live Alive so I could finish some of the bonus bosses I hadn't beat. Just so I can say I did it. Yeah, it would be the... Yeah, Cube's got to be wearing it then. Unfortunate given that he's back at his start point, and I don't feel like going to get him, but it is what it is. It won't matter much. It just would have been nice to have for Death Prophet in case he goes first. I could also go bully Masaru's boss real quick. While I'm running away, while I'm doing 100 fleas, which is one of the only... It's Death Prophet and Headhunter are the only two I haven't done. But in this... So I had to restart this so I could have the Coca-Cola can. And also restarting it at sundown seemed like a good idea. I have to go beat Lucretius again. I don't have to, but I might as well, right? I might as well go to the Instinct Dungeon and beat up the giant fish. I could also beat this guy up real quick, since I have Masaru in my party. It won't last very long, but... I mean, 6 hits missed.
Continue. Just like that.
Not that time they didn't. That time, 6 hits did not miss. It's a free level. Pog-O. Don't you bra me? I earned this, Cocaine. I had to beat that fucking mammoth like 3 times. 3 times? 2 times. That's besides the point. You know how long it took me to get the levels to fight that mammoth? Sit here for hours just getting like 2 EXP a fight. What's going on, Wayne? I'm doing all right. We had a solid day of Champions of the Continent. I might turn down the settings and see if I could do the full stream tomorrow. Maybe with lowered like brightness and stuff. Man, so I hope Slack's not lurking right now. Actually, if he was, he probably would have tuned out. He said yesterday his stream was titled Live Alive Finale, and he wasn't even on Orsted's chapter yet. He started Orsted's chapter and said, all right, I'll finish the game tomorrow. And I'm like, sweet summer child. He doesn't know. It was like he doesn't know. Good thing he doesn't know. To be fair, I only took about 7 hours to finish this chapter through my first time, because I finished it. Yeah, no, it only took me about 7 hours. I skipped Sundown's dungeon and I didn't do all the side stuff because I wasn't Googling anything, you know. So that obviously has an impact on it. But still. Oh yeah, Pog-O, where's the fish? Hey, I mean, that's good news. The last chapter of this game was quite good. Dude, the guy whoever does the voice for Orsted kills it. He makes the last chapter so much better. Both Odio and Orsted's VOs. And I'm really glad I did Akira. He's definitely not going to do Akira for his final speech. Akira's final speech was very good. That was a very fitting, like, final thing to say. Yeah, I mean, most of them do pretty good. Apparently, most of the voice actors and actresses for this game, this was their first gig. Their first VO gig. They didn't really use, like, long-established VOs for this game in English, apparently. They went with a lot of, like, original talent. A lot of that's because they were trying to source people with accents, like proper accents or, you know, of proper heritage for the different eras. And there wasn't, like, a wide array of, like, voice actors that had that kind of coverage that, like, met that specific condition. So they spent, from what I understand, they spent more time trying to find the correct talent to do the voiceovers. Oh, I don't have a golden top knot, do I? I had forgotten about that. Okay, that's fine. We can... The end of the dungeon's right over here. Masaru's has a golden top knot in it. There is a golden top knot in this dungeon as well. I just forget which chest it's in. I know where it is in Masaru's dungeon, though. And I still have to run from all these fights, so it doesn't matter. We have to run from so many encounters that the longer this takes, the better. Yeah, Pogo's was all just sounds, so they could do whatever they want with him. The prehistory is one of the better chapters, in my opinion, too. Not that the other chapters are bad, but I think the prehistory is a particularly strong chapter. Yeah, because I remember picking up the golden top knot, and then the fish goes, hey, give me a golden top knot. I'm going to go back to Masaru's. Now, Masaru's dungeon it's quick, and a lot of encounters, so I'll go get the golden top knot from there. I had to do that fight a couple of times to get it. Also, I went way past Masaru's dungeon. It's back up here. Was too busy reading chat, I just walked away from it. The face rock. Do you know what the face rock was in the... I'm assuming you Googled it at some point. The face rock. Given it's a very particular thing. Oh, you played the original. Okay. Oh, then you already knew. So in this version of the game, I'm not sure about the original. The face rock actually gives you exclamation marks when it's eligible to be pressed. And Slack was he didn't have the exclamation marks, so he was just bashing the rock like, why is it not working? Look, you're not far enough yet. You need to get far enough until it gives you the exclamation mark. Yup. You have to do quite a bit of backtracking for that, because it only unlocks towards the end of the chapter. I think the golden top knot's the first item. I might as well pick up the other one since, again, need to flee, but... Mermaid tights give you healing when you stand on water tiles. Ice helm is whatever. Yo, what's going on, Roche? Thanks for the 83. Nothing much. Just did some Champions of the Continent today, which went awesome. A lot of good characters, a lot of side stories to get done. I gotta make sure I don't get too distracted by it off stream. I got a lot of things I want to get done. The healer versus is among them. I have to be very careful. I do not want to waste time. But doesn't mean I can't play. Gotta get some side quests done. No, I have to get the healer versus done. I think this is the top knot. I have a living to make. Yeah, Friday is Side Quest Chronicles. That's the joke everyone was making. Happy side quests aren't until Friday. Yep, that's the golden top knot. Yeah, I wonder if Slack is truly prepared for his end of the game endeavors. Listen, like I said, if I don't like it, I ain't gonna play it past like a day or two. Ishtar. Never seen this thing before. Might as well throw a cola bottle at it. It actually has a lot of health. Fortunately for me, yeah, I don't think I ever fought this thing, Ishtar. It dies like a boss, it acts like a boss. I guess it's a, but it just doesn't have boss music.
Yeah! Who's next? Who's next?
But it must be a boss. It's eating her! And then it's gonna eat me! Oh my god! Empty, huh? This was definitely the right place to come for the fleas. Assuming that fleeing in this dungeon still counts towards the death prophet, this was the place to come. But I am going to go to the other one now to get that other boss done. The one I've already beaten. Silly giant fish. Tricks are for kids. And Coca-Cola cans are apparently the greatest weapons of mass destruction. I'd be really sad if the fights in here didn't count towards the 100. So they heckin' better. I'll be back. It's 100 times total. When we get really close, yes, there is a hidden counter. When you get really close, the Death Prophet starts giving you warnings about how many times you are away from it approaching. It'll be like, just flee 5 more times. I think when you're within 5 is when it starts issuing the warnings. So in other words, when you're already most of the way there. I'm probably only in like my 30s or 40s too. Probably so many encounters to go. Oh no, that's the right way. This was the right way. The other way just leads to loot. Oh, you know what I just you know what I just realized? So these NPCs, you can with Akira, you can mind read those statues. Those are people who warn you about the death. Now I understand what they were warning you about. Because they say something like, if you see the black leopard, don't run, or something like that. I just clicked to me. There are Watanabes. Correct. Yeah, I didn't even realize. I mean, I didn't know about the Death Prophet the first time I played, so it's not like I would have pieced that together. But now it makes sense to me retroactively that they're warning you about the Death Prophet. And the fact that they're in here means they probably fled from 100 encounters in a dungeon, which means the Trial of Power should work fine.
Do I?
Yeah.
There go.
I have your golden top knot.
Yes. To bask in up here.
Yeah.
You wet your life.
Yeah.
A gambler.
I'm gonna throw Coca-Cola at you, buddy. It's a lot of misses.
Time to get warmed up.
That's a lot less misses.
Still got fight in me.
He deserved that. That's what the boss would do to me if I didn't have an infinitely usable Coca-Cola can.
I haven't had such fun in ages.
Be at peace.
Thank you. Free level. Yeah, Sundown is ultra squish. He should not be in the front row. Masaru and Pogo should be in the front row. Or the front row.
Stubborn lot you, I reckon.
A cosmic ring.
You've questioned.
Who am I?
What else?
No.
To know about that.
Then
And now to flee 100 times. I guess I could also work on fleeing 100 times on the way up to the Headhunter, but if it does work in dungeons, then it doesn't make sense to do it anywhere but the Trial of Power. I can start counting them now. Not like it'll do me very good. All right, Trial of Power, take me away. I've got a Death Prophet to say hi to. Yeah, I mean, it's also all the same encounters, so really, because what area you're in actually doesn't affect the encounters at all. Actually, I think maybe being in the Dominion of Hate has some influence on it. There's just a lot of types of random encounters. This is 2. At the very least, I'll have some idea. Yeah, they have fixed groups depending on how many party members you've recruited. Because the random encounters do change when you actually recruit people, so they start off kind of doable with one. Sort of doable. Depends on the character. Oh, no, he won't be a very good death prophet. Well, I guess he could be prophesizing his own death. That works. He just doesn't know it. He's prophesizing there will be death. He just doesn't understand it's his death. Once I start getting the warnings, I'll start heading towards the Dominion of Hate. Might as well. Saves time. Well, he's not a skull. Death Prophet is a black leopard. At least I get to hear the epic first few seconds of the Live Alive theme. A lot. Yep. It's the black leopard I was warned about that I didn't understand why I was being warned about it and then never found it. What's going on, Agent? Hello? How doth thou do? Don't mind me, I'm just running from 100 encounters so I can fight a secret boss. Yeah, which is weird because it says you managed to escape like there was a chance. It's a little weird. Instead of you escape or just saying you escape. Or you flee or something. It's ambiguous as if you could fail it. What's going on, Reggie? Thank God the encounters in here are so quick. I'll be really sad if this somehow doesn't count because it's in a dungeon. Yeah, it implies just by saying you managed, but you can't. You can't fail it, so. You either can and will or can't at all. Because it's not an option because it's a boss fight. It's very weird. I almost never flee. This is the most fleeing I've done, and it's on purpose, you know, for obvious reasons. Hey, Feels birthday man. That means happy birthday. The boss will find me. I don't have to find the boss. The boss is... That's what's happening right now. The boss is finding me. As long as fleas in any location count. That's all that matters. I don't know. Because even if I keep track, it doesn't matter. Because I don't know how many I had before. Yeah, they're snitching like this dude keeps running. Stop him. Yeah, when I get to 95, I'll know how many I've done. And it's not a random encounter. Oh, you mean you don't... Yeah, no, after 100 fleas, I get attacked. I mean, I don't know if Odio has anything to do with it, but... It does come after me after 100 fleas. 100 fleas, no ticks. It was great, Griever. I really liked the differences between all the chapters, including the finale, which is quite satisfying. Slowly but surely getting there. Well, the boss is really strong, but he won't be in the face of Coca-Cola. That's weird. I haven't had my emote chat on for like an hour. Must have just happened from earlier. Behind the power of Coca-Cola, none stand a chance. And now you're back in it, Gino. No more words for you. Are you kidding me? Tower of Fantasy comes out August 10th? Same day as Diofield Chronicle. Ugh. Great. I didn't think Tower of Fantasy would be out that early. I thought it was going to be later this year. 5 p.m. PDT. Well, then I won't be playing it until the 11th. And then I probably won't... If the prediction holds, the live letter should be around that time. It should be the 12th or the 13th. So... I'll have a week to play it before the patch, at least. Did not need another game release. Yeah, so that morning I'll play Dio Field at the very least. So many runs. At least the rate of them is pretty good. Oops. Need to cut back on one to get into another. What a decision to have to make. It's nice that I'm not playing any gotchas right now other than Octopath. No, I have no recommendation. Play them in any order. It doesn't matter. You'll have to go through them all anyway. Come on, Death Prophet. You can't be that far away. I mean, it can be, and it probably still is. Oh, Death Prophet. I really gotta get to work on the friggin' healer verses today. I've been doing it very slowly. Man, I'm just really afraid. I'm bravely afraid. Because I need to be brave and get into encounters, but I'm afraid, so I don't fight them. They're all like an hour and a half to 2 hours. The longest one is Near Future. That's I think that was the longest one, clocking in at about 3 hours. Ugh. I actually missed an opportunity to do a sponsored Dislight stream. I would have done it. I don't mind. Occasional sponsored mobile stream thing. I like making money. Most of the time when you get into mobile games like, and you're just starting out too, you get flooded with stuff. So for sponsored things, it's usually really good. You get flooded with content. So many runs. Why did it have to be 100? Why couldn't they done 50? Who runs 100 times? No, as soon as I flee the 100th time, the Death Prophet finds me. And at 95, he'll warn me that I'm 5 fleas away from facing his wrath. I don't have to do anything other than flee 100 times. That'll trigger the fight. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Well, that was like that in the original. So the remake is just ensuring that continuity, as far as I know. They didn't, they're not gonna just fix it and call it a battery for Herb Body. It's just as fine a detail. It's just not a remake specific detail. Gotta be getting close. Gotta be getting close. Yelling into a cup and somebody else hearing it in a cup that's not attached by a string. That's how. Now you might be wondering if they know what a cup is. And you know what? Fair. Stone cups. They'll figure it out. Well, the bottle probably says cola on the side. So to be fair, he can't, I know he can't read, but still, if anything, the bottle part's more confusing because he'd be like, what the fuck is a bottle? Okay, because I'm superstitious, I'm going to start fleeing from fights outside. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, they had fucking cars in his era. Because they were Flintstoning that shit. He can figure it out. If they can fucking figure out cars, I'm confident in them. The engine is their fucking feet. You just can't see it. It will be, yeah, for this playthrough. I mean, this is just going to be what I run to Headhunter with. After I do the 100th fleet. Yeah, because these are all the exact same encounters, so it doesn't make sense that it would have to be outside. If they were different encounters, I'd maybe understand it. I think it just knows. Yeah, when I first did it, when I first did the final chapter, it was Akira, Lei, Masaru, and... who did I have on my last one? I got rid of Pogo. It wasn't Sundown. It wasn't Cubes. So who's the last one that I'm forgetting? Oh, Oboromaru. Oboromaru is my last. Honestly, my party doesn't matter in this playthrough. It's irrelevant. They're never going to use one of their own attacks. They're never once going to use their own attacks when I do these next two bosses. So, it could be any of them. Oh, Death Prophet. Hello. Oh. Why is the encounter rate so low? Make me fight more things, Madge. And by fight, I mean run away from. Hi, Ivy. You cleaning yourself? Look at this one. Look at her. Trying to figure out why I'm pointing at her. Okay, no, now she's just glad I'm leaning against it so she can lean against me. Oh. Hey. Hi. Yeah? I know, Ivy. You and your super needy self. It's gonna be your lunchtime soon. And Aloha's gonna be complaining because he only gets fed. Well, he technically only gets fed twice a day. But I break his meal down into 2 or 3 eating sessions. So he whines a little bit less. Also, sometimes when her bowl is completely like empty of food, but it still has like scraps at the bottom, I let him desperately lick up the scraps. So he feels like he has progress of some capacity. He can actually, his 2 meals are a little below what his calorie count should be for the day. Which I'm doing on purpose so he doesn't overeat. But if he eats a little bit of her food, it's not that big a deal. Where is the Death Prophet? Yeah, that's a sink, Ivy. You don't need to know about it. Just gotta pat her on the head. Just literally pat, 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 pat. All this for a boss I'm literally gonna throw 2 Coca-Cola cans at just to say I beat it. Every time it takes a second for my characters to start moving, I think I'm getting the warning. Every single time. Pat, 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 pat. Yeah, that's right. Pat, 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 pat. What? That would be a terrible life to have. I could probably still beat him. It would be much worse, though, because I don't have too much. Pat, 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 pat. No, this actually never crashed, which is surprising. Most of my Switch games crash, even the really, really, like, low requirement ones. Or low, you know, low processing ones. This is the only one. It almost crashed a few times when I first played it. No doubt about that it almost crashed. Where are... Oh, hi, Ivy. Hi. Ivy, you got up, rubbed against me, and then turned around again. Stop showing me your ass. Oh, here we go.
Coward walks among us.
There we go. That's it.
Run away. Run. Run. Just 5 more times. Just 5 more times.
There it is. That's the warning we were looking for. It's weird that they voiced the optional bosses in the final chapter. I'm glad they did, but it is weird that they did. I didn't expect them to. Very minor roles to voice. The fish kind of made sense at the very least.
Run.
No, listen, you're not supposed to have the cola can here. It's a very, very time-consuming item to get. It takes longer to get the cola can than like half the chapters in the game take combined. No, it's not 100 consecutive. It's just 100 total. Took me 20 minutes. Do you know how many hours it took to get to the level where it could beat the mammoth? Just because it only took me 2 attempts to beat the mammoth and get it doesn't mean that's how long the whole ordeal took. The prep was like 5 hours. You know what? You get like 2 EXP an encounter in that chapter after level 11. So it takes like 100-something encounters to even get to level 16, which is when it's easy to farm. Reasonable to farm. Now, if it takes me 5 hours to cook something, it better be slow cooked. I kind of want to do a slow cook. I kind of just want to buy a nice, huge chunk of meat. Slow cook it with some onions, some peppers. Maybe some potatoes. All right, time to throw Coca-Cola cans.
100 times you've run from death. But I am death foretold. Relentless doom. 'Twas cowardice that called me hither, child. Your fate is sealed. You'll flee no more. Now, die.
See, that's what I mean. I appreciate that they even voiced this boss. There are NPCs that warn you about this boss. Oh no, he's resistant. Oh, he's actually resistant. Well, we're dead, by the way. I definitely don't have the stats for this. They knew. If I can interrupt his skills, we might actually be okay. By the way, he's completely immune. That's right, he's immune to magic. I forgot about that. He is, and that's magic. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a very low level for this. And I don't remember when I last saved, so... Oh wait, I have an autosave. It autosaves after like every encounter. Do you have a cosmic piece on? I think he does. Yeah. That's not good. He does not have a cosmic piece equipped. He might be dead. No, he's immune to all magic. Oh my god, Pogo, you're a monster.
Something for you.
He's not immune to the bone zone.
Cast flowers to the wind.
However, Pogo does need to back off after that. Because Pogo, he's got all stat reductions. At least until,
I am inevitable.
At least until he gets all stats back. Didn't like that. He might be dead. He might be permadead. Nice. I'm actually getting really lucky. He does not have Petrify Resist equipped, I don't think. The fact that he doesn't have that equipped and he's actually doing okay is kind of nice. Deserved it.
Cast flowers to the wind.
Oh, he's so dead.
Damn it.
Yeah, he didn't stand a chance after that. Goodbye, boss. Pogo is so good. He's so good. No, he's gone for this encounter. He won't get any EXP from it.
A different fate was great.
All right, so hopefully the Coca-Cola can works on the Headhunter. If not, I'll bone him. But wait, never mind. Don't take that out of... Never mind. Monka ass. Yeah, I think he resists everything, but he doesn't absorb. I'm sorry, he doesn't absorb or ignore anything. Oh, I need to go get the fucking sword, idiot. Nice. I was like, very long time without an encounter. Gonna keep fleeing. Maybe I flee 100 more times. Maybe he finds me again. Except he's dead, so he can't. I'm just looking forward to this HelloFresh I'm gonna cook soon. After I get to the sword and I get to Headhunter. With fleeing from everything, getting the Headhunter should be pretty quick. I should have gone up to get the sword when I went to the Instinct dungeon. I completely forgot I needed to go get the sword. Hydrate, you got it. I'm pretty hungry, too. I didn't eat much this morning. I had a tiny slice of banana bread. I have actual bananas. Let me check something real quick. Oh, okay. You mean Octopath is like this. And to some degree, not entirely. The way most of the game works isn't much like Octopath. It's only this kind of final sector that works like it. I'm just here for the sword. Yeah, Octopath, I always say, is not a story about the characters. It's a story about Orstera. I mean, it's true of even Champions of the Continent, because it focuses on all the little different threads that make up the realm, and a lot less about the narrative of an individual. What do you mean bait? We just said the same thing! We both just said the same fucking thing. Ivy, you leaving? I can't wait to follow the path of power. I did also unlock the start of the Path of Wealth. I'm sorry, no, the Path of Fame. Path of Wealth I haven't started yet. Now we can make our way to the Headhunter. This should be one quick trip. Yeah, because I was thinking I would throw some of these optional bosses into their own video separately on the VOD channel. You know, it's funny because I have the Japanese soundtrack to Champions of the Continent. It says Titus in my soundtrack list. It says theme of Titus. I know it's Titus, which is why the English localization is Titos, but still. Shut up. Titus. Tit us. Game. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Any day now. This has happened a few times. Thank you, Nintendo Switch. No, sometimes the battle takes like 8 billion years to start because Nintendo Switch. It would have just auto-saved me there anyway. It wouldn't matter. Or I'm in the void forever. Who knows? The Switch is tired. The Switch gets tired after a 100-meter dash. Okay? Any day now, Nintendo Switch. No, it's the Switch. This happens with all of my games. At some point or another, the Switch does this. It's the worst when I'm shiny hunting in Pokemon and it takes 8 billion years for one battle randomly to start up. Gonna give it 20 more seconds. And then I'm just gonna restart and load the autosave. It's the OG. You will not catch me dead buying a second Switch. The first one would have to completely break. Alright. Find out eventually, Remedy. Not gonna worry about it till then. Hey, this is the battle theme. The Archon's Roost. All I know is looking forward to shiny hunting. Even that took a second longer than I would have liked it. There's never going to be a Pro Edition. The next time there's a Switch, there's like a new console from Nintendo, it's not even going to have Switch in the name. I mean, they know that making a Switch Pro would not be a monetary gain for them. That's why they won't do it. Nintendo literally doesn't operate anything at a deficit except for like the Switch, and they tried to limit that as much as possible by making it a hunk of shit. I'm sorry, by making it mobile. Yeah, Nintendo will do, and I can guarantee you, whatever the next console is, it's gonna be like the Switch. It's gonna be mobile. There's too much money in it for it not to be. It's the bottom line. There's too much money in it to not have that model again. I mean, that's not the only time it happened. Just the other time it happened, it wasn't confusing to anybody. You know, when we had the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64. It's literally just Nintendo, and it's like Xbox. Nothing's as confusing as Xbox, but it's basically the same concept. Wii U was one of the dumbest names, though, because that was more confusing than it needed to be. It's called the Xbox One because they only made one of them. I couldn't even tell you after the Xbox 360, I couldn't tell you what each generation of Xbox was called. I know what they're all called. I just couldn't tell you which. I couldn't label them in order. I would just be like those. Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. I don't fucking know. Alright, we should be coming up on Headhunter here. Yeah, my chronological release, I'm done. I can't tell you where to go with Xbox. Alright, so Headhunter should be right here. We just need to take a step forward, make him be like, hey, where are you going? So you do this. And then you do this.
Come hither. Let us speak.
And then you just don't do that. No, we played that earlier in Tigralia.
I am your host, the Lord of Dark, the Archon Odio.
And I'm gonna leave instead.
To flee is folly. This you shall soon learn. This realm is my domain, and I, its king.
Because we're trying to fight the other boss. Here we go. And then this is where the Headhunter.
Children, out of time and out of place. Your wanderlust will lead you unto death.
I hope you like Coke. Well, don't enjoy the theme for too long because you won't. And that's the last optional boss I hadn't beaten. God damn it. You're not supposed to live past the second one. There you go. Much better. You know, I just realized they used Headhunter in the trailer. That's got to be confusing for some people. There's a clip of Headhunter in the launch trailer. Because most people are never going to fight this boss. Although I'm sure there's a not insignificant number of people who are going to be like, what happens if I just leave? Yeah, I think they do also use the Ikawa King or whatever his name is. The giant fish in the Oboro Maro chapter. Alright, well either way, that was the last optional boss. Because I already beat the game. So that was the only boss I hadn't done in the whole game. That was the last one. I made a laughing stock of him because, you know, Coca-Cola can, but still. Champions was really good. No, Sundown does give a speech. I googled what all the speeches are. I don't actually know what they are, but I don't have time to beat the game right now. Not that it would take very long, but I'd have to walk all the way back through the Archon's room.